Yeah, it's really good to see you again. Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, so you wanted to do some energetic work today. Okay. Yeah, no, it's been a little while. And I was thinking, as we've done in the past, do you want to sort of integrate it with some observational work as well? Yeah, I found that that's been the most beneficial for both of us actually, is when I can sort of, get a perspective on your body. I can step back, I can get close, I can circle you just to get a sense of how energy is showing up in your body from a visual standpoint. Yeah, and then we can check in with each of the chakras, get a sense if anything's blocked, and do some challenging energy removal. Does that sound good? Yeah, yeah, some Reiki. I've got my scissors over there. We can do some cord cutting. That sound good? Okay, great. All right, well, I'm just gonna step back, take a look, and then we'll get started, okay? Okay. So maybe, yeah, tell me a little bit about what's going on with you energetically today, huh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can actually sense that already. Okay. Okay. And you've been kind of up in your head about that. Yeah. Okay. Weird. Uh-huh. Yeah, and as per usual, I mean, posture is typically linked to something that's energetically going on in the body. So how are we standing right now? Just as we normally would? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. So do you mind talking a little bit more about like what you've been kind of in your head about? Yeah. Yeah. No, no, I think that's really common actually. I mean, I experience that a lot. Yeah. So don't feel isolated on that one. That is very common. Yeah. Let me just see. Yeah. I'm feeling a little blocked. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely check out that throat chakra for sure. Roll the shoulders back for me for 1 second. Anything coming up in the body when you do that? The solar plexus. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, no, that tracks. When I'm going through something energetically difficult, I feel it in the solar plexus a lot, honestly. Yeah. How are the hips feeling? Yeah. So sacral chakra, we'll want to work with that as well. Yeah. Crown chakra, definitely. Okay, I'm just going to step around the body for a second, okay? Yeah. So I am just going to actually check in with your spine here for a second, because we do tend to carry a lot of challenging energy in the spine and the shoulders. So let's see here. Let's look at the cervical spine here. Okay, so C2, C3, C4. What should I work on here? Yeah. And yeah, let's look at the mid-back here, thoracic. T3, T4, yeah, okay. And then let's look down at the lumbar. Yeah, L5, L4, L3, L2, and also the SI joints. And again, you're standing as you normally would be, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm sensing some energetic weirdness in the spine today and also the shoulders, okay? So we're gonna work on that as well, yeah. And we don't have chakras centered there per se, but I mean, we do, we hold a lot on the back and the shoulders, I mean, this is why we have sayings like, you're carrying a lot on your shoulders, right? Yeah, I know, there's a lot of burdening that goes on there. Okay, let me just get a sense from your profile. Okay, hi. Yeah, so let me just draw a line. Okay. How's this space feeling today? Little tight. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So I am just going to. I'm not going to touch you yet. Okay. We're just going to feel. We're just going to feel around the crown chakra. Yeah. What kind of energy are we dealing with here? Let's feel that throat. Yeah, okay. And out into the shoulders. Yeah, okay. Let me. Yeah, okay. Good. Let's move that down into the chest. I'm just gonna feel. Ooh, okay. There's something sticky right there. Sense that? Okay. And let's move it down into the hips, the sacral chakra. I mean, I think I've mentioned before, we can actually carry quite a bit in the hips, right? A lot of trauma. Yeah. I'm not saying that what you're necessarily going through today is traumatic, right? But we can carry a lot of historical stuff there. Okay. Let me just. Okay. Okay. So let's. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna start a little bit of just some sort of gentle Reiki. We're gonna start with the throat chakra, excuse me, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Clear. Release. Okay. Clear. Yeah. Okay, let's see. This throat. Clear. You mentioned there are some things you haven't really gotten off your chest, right? And that would be related to the throat chakra. and then that tightness up here, okay? Yeah. And also what you experience in the solar plexus at the moment, okay? So let's take those things that have not been said and let's energetically clear them, okay? Yeah. Release. Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes things that we need to say, I mean, it is good to say them, but also you want to energetically get them out of the space as well, right? Yeah. So there's many ways that we can release something that's feeling challenging in our system, right? Yeah. Clear. Okay. Let me... Okay, that one's sticky. Release. Okay. All right, let's get a sense here. All right, so I am gonna actually just work with this solar plexus, okay? This is right here. Yeah. Because you said you felt some clear. Release. Clear. Okay. You said you felt some constriction down here? Yeah. Let me try to release. Okay. Okay. Let's see, how is this related to the shoulders? Because there is strain in those shoulders, right? Yeah. Let me just... Yeah, okay. There's something on this left shoulder that I do want to clear. Yep. And try to grab it. Release. Okay. And let's do this right shoulder. Yeah, get in there a little bit, okay? And clear. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's just get some alignment check here. Energetic alignment. Yeah. And okay. Let's just see how this is tracking with the throat and down to the solar plexus. Okay. Let me go back up into the crown here just a little bit. Yep. Reach. Good. Clear. Okay. Yeah. Because what's in the throat and what's in the head are connected, right? Yeah. You're thinking the words, they move down to the throat chakra and then they get stuck, right? Yep. Release. Okay. That's... And this one's sticky. Okay. Release. And clear. Okay. Let's try. Are you doing okay? Okay, good. All right, so now that we've done that initial work, let me take a step back here, okay? Yeah. I'm seeing some initial improvements. How are you feeling? Yeah? Okay, good. How's the solar plexus feeling? Pretty better. Okay, good. Are you feeling anything that's been freed in the throat? All the way down. Okay, we do want to do some work on the sacral chakra, so I'm going to do those hips here for a second, okay? You know, I may even pause on the hips. I think we're just going to do some cord cutting on the hips. I am going to work around to the spine, okay? Yeah, and the shoulders from the back, okay? I'll step out of the way, okay? Okay, so I am going to get a little bit up close for this, okay? Yeah. So I am just, again, my hands are close but not touching you, okay? I am moving my hands close to the cervical spine at the moment, okay? Yeah, let me just look over here as well, okay? Because I was noticing blocked energy up and down this spine, okay? So we are going to start with the cervical, C2, the C3, and the C4, okay? And let me clear, release. Let's do one more over here, okay? Clear. And release. Okay. And now I am again going to stand pretty close to you. Are you comfortable? Okay. All right, so we're going to work with the thoracic. This is the mid-back. I'm noticing particular tension here. How are you feeling about that? Yeah? Okay. So let's, again, we're going to do some Reiki to clear the energy in the thoracic portion of the back, okay? All right. All right, this one is particularly sticky. Let's pull it out and clear. Okay. And release. I'm just going to stand to the other side. Okay, let me just look down the spine. Still sensing some challenging energy that needs to be removed from the thoracic. It wants me to work on it right now, okay? Clear. And release. Okay. Okay, and then again, I'm going to stand close to you. Yeah, I'm sort of just like hovering right behind your right shoulder, but I am looking down at the lumbar section of your back, okay? We are looking at the L5, the L4, the L3, and the L2 right now, as well as the SI joints, okay? And again, there is some negative, or I shouldn't say negative, some challenging energy that I think is not serving you at the moment, and we are going to release it, okay? Let me see if using some Reiki I can clear. Okay. And release. Okay. And I'm just going to stand to the other side. So I'm quite close behind your left shoulder at the moment. Okay. Still focusing on the lumbar. There is something sticky in this L5. Okay. And I am just going to release. There we go. Yeah. I am sensing that the L4 wants me to work on it as well. And we are going to clear. Okay. All right. And let's do this left SI joint. There we go. And we're going to work on the right SI joint as well. It is asking me to remove this strand of energy that is not serving it, okay? Clear. Okay. All right. So I'm going to step back for a second. I'm looking at the posture of your shoulders. I'm going to get close. Let me look at this right shoulder here, okay? Again, I'm going to stand pretty close and I'm going to look at the left shoulder, okay? So even having just worked on that spine, I can see a distinct difference in the shoulders, okay? And as I stand to your left profile, I'm also seeing some good improvement. Hi. Okay, yeah, so clear. There we go. Okay. Let me just work on these shoulders a little bit more. Let's see. and clear. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, okay. Mm. Yeah, it's interesting. When you work on spinal energetic alignment, it's like everything changes. Yeah, I'm noticing a distinct difference now in the way that you're holding yourself, in the energy that you're radiating. Yes. And the solar plexus is feeling good. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay. So we're gonna finish off with some cord cutting, okay? Yeah, we're gonna start with these hips because the sacral chakra, I'm noticing that there's just some particularly tricky energy that I think cord cutting will address, okay? Let me just get a sense. Okay. Okay. All right, you doing okay? Okay, so I am actually. Let me just, we're just gonna start with the throat chakra real quick and just pull out some particularly, yeah. Yeah. Let's do the heart space here as well. This area that was feeling tight, yep. Yeah, okay. I think we've got just an energetic strand on this shoulder that could, yeah, clear. Good. And let's do this shoulder as well. Good. And then let's move up to the crown chakra. Don't worry, we're gonna get to those hips in a second. I just wanna make sure that everything is in good, energetic shape at the moment. Okay, all right. So let's see. So these hips, yeah. Let me pull out a particularly tough strand and good. Go. Clear. Yeah. Yeah. Release. Good. Let's focus in on this solar plexus here for a second. Let's pull out that strand. It's tricky. There we go. Let's do a little bit more work on the hips. Here we go. And good. Go. How is the sacral chakra feeling? Yeah? Okay. I know. I know cord cutting is fairly, it works. Yeah. Let's get one more of this. From the solar plexus. Okay. All right, let me see. I am just going to, let me just run my hand sort of lightly, feeling the space around your face, around the crown chakra. And I'm just gonna move around to the back real quick, okay? Yeah, so let me just look real close here. Cervical spine. Good. Some cord cutting, there we go. Let's just look on this side. And clear, good. Release, good. And I think we've got one more cord here. Clear, yes. And one more, release, good. And let's just look at the cervical spine where I was noticing some particular blocks. Okay, and one more. Great, great. Okay. How are you feeling? Yeah. I mean, I am noticing, I'm noticing a significant difference in the way that you're holding yourself, your posture. Something different energetically seems to be coming from you at this point. Yeah. Let's see. Let me just take a look. That chest space, feel more open. Okay. Notch between the corners. And the crown, in terms of that chakra, it's almost like your head is lifted a little bit, like something, yeah, like there's a weight. It's been removed. Yeah, isn't that funny? I know. Okay. My steps are looking good. Yeah, I think the cord cutting was the right way to go with the support chakra. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I'm always so happy to do a session like this. Yeah. No, I'm glad you wanted to do that. I know, I've been away for a little bit. It's been kind of a busy summer, but I wanted to return with a session that would really make you feel good as we're heading into this new season. There's always, everything is changing, right? Yeah, exactly. So it's nice to sort of do an energetic reset, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let me just finish up here with some feeling of your aura. Yeah. Okay, well, it was lovely seeing you as always. Please let me know, what kind of session you'd like to do next, okay? And if you're feeling sleepy, you can always take a little rest. Yeah, I've got the couch out in the living room, which you are welcome to. I don't have another client for a little while, so you are more than welcome to just chill out. Yeah, I know this energetic work can be a little draining sometimes, right? Yeah, in a good way, in draining, maybe, clearing, right? Maybe that's more the word. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, it was wonderful seeing you. And I'll see you again really soon, okay? Yeah.